Well, hi there, Jesse, and congratulations on season two of Rutherford Falls.
Thank you so much. So exciting.
Well, we didn't get to speak about season one, so I just wondered if I could maybe talk to you about sort of initially kind of creating and inhabiting the character of Bobbie. And what one thing that I know that you got to do was to have lunch with the writers, and I wondered what kind of input you were able to give, maybe about your own life that kind of helped inform Bobbie that we see on screen.
Yeah, season one, I got to sit down with the writers and share kind of my story and where I come from and growing up as a non-binary kid, not necessarily feeling like I fit, um, as male or female, but kind of, floating along this gender spectrum. And I got to tell the writers all about growing up and just my experiences, and also I got to give input on my fashion style and bring that to the character, which was a lot of fun. I am obsessed with the 70s and disco and the Bee Gees and fun collars like this. It's such a pleasure to play a character that is very parallel to myself.
Yeah, you always look fabulous as you do today. So, when did your interest in fashion kind of begin? And can you sort of put your finger on something that kind of sparked your interest in it, your passion for it?
Yes, it was definitely in high school during like the Tumblr era. I was very much a Tumblr kid, very much a blogger, and that's where I really got my fashion inspo at first. And I just started, wearing stuff that made me feel comfortable and made me feel unique and made me feel empowered. And I feel like 70s clothes really does that because it's very streamlining the body and very colorful, pops of color. And I definitely wanted to bring that to Bobbie because Bobbie is bold and is bright, and especially in the small town of Rutherford Falls.
And how do things kind of start off in season two? Your character Bobbie was Ed Helms' character's assistant last season, but where do we kind of find them in their dynamic as this season opens?
Yes. In season one, Bobbie Yang was Nathan Rutherford's executive intern slash assistant. And season two, Bobbie has way bigger shoes to fill. They are running for mayor of Rutherford Falls. And we it kind of explore this mentor-mentee dynamic between Bobbie and Terry Thomas, played by Michael Greyeyes. And he is just the best mentor to have. His character is very stern and very direct, something kind of similar to Bobbie. And in season one, we got to see Bobbie have these amazing one-liners and be very ferocious. And we get to see that as well in season two, but in a new setting, in a debate setting.
And in terms of the scripts that you get to see now, how have things changed? Maybe in a relatively recent, a short amount of time, in terms of it actually stating, a character is trans or gender non-conforming or non-binary, whereas perhaps before that, wouldn't have very frequently been the case.
Yes, even just a few years ago, it felt like most of the roles that I was receiving auditions for would be male and be gay. But over like the past 2 or so years, I feel like there's been a lot more room in Hollywood for non-binary and transgender characters, which is amazing. But we also want to see stories of these characters expressing themselves and living a beautiful life and not be bogged down by a traumatic experience or a traumatic past that we've seen so often on television. And Bobbie in season two is just that. We see them flourish and we see them living their best life. And It's just really exciting, and we get to celebrate not only Native American voices, but non-binary voice as well.
One last question for you, and it's for your favorite piece of LGBTQ plus culture. So it could be a book or a film or a TV series or music, or a person who identifies as LGBTQ plus. So someone or something that's had an impact on you and kind of resonated with you over the years.
Oh, right now I'm a really big fan of Kim Petras. I'm sure you're familiar. She is an amazing pop artist, and she just makes such fun dance beats, and she just creates a culture where it's okay to celebrate yourself. And yeah, I'm really digging her music.
Well, Jessie Leigh, thanks so much. Congratulations again on season 2 of Rutherford Falls.
Thank you. It's so nice to meet you.
Great to meet you too.